Hey everybody, welcome to Snowrunner. Welcome back if you're a repeat offender. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna bite the bullet. We're gonna do the Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind. But I'm gonna grab another truck, so let's go to the garage. I know I have a few trucks out there, but I like to scatter them, as you know. And we do need one with a blue trailer or whatever. Something you can haul 5 things with. Alright. Now, I've done this mission many times throughout playing this game. And I think on the most recent run, actually on my other account that I just play on, because I'm so close, I actually figured out the best way. So, I'm going to come in this way from the garage, down the mountain. I'm going to kind of meander through here. The first one is on this island. This is the hardest one. I'm just going to tell you that. Because you can't really get to it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to attempt to get to it from like over here. And then back out, and we're going to go around this way. And cross across. And then I'll go back down to the end of the island. And then we'll go across this island. And then we'll go down along the shoreline, which you can do, by the way. Up this way. And then up this. There's a little slot right here by this tree. You can climb up. And you get to the house. So that's the plan. Provided we can get to this first one. Let's try it. That was a lot to take in. But as we go. You can do this separate. I mean, like, say you wanted to do it with just like one truck. It's a lot of trips, first of all. I know I hate hauling trailers. I do. I really do. It's like a thorn in my side with these trailers. It's not so much when you're going downhill, but when you're trying to turn around on an island or a small area, it's just you're risking it. I thought I was going to go that way, but I think I'm just going to go across this way. Just don't look that deep. Watch your, what do we call it? Yeah, this isn't bad. This is where we're going to come up on the fun part. I'm going to see if I can, it's shifting non-stop with this trailer. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to get. Alright, let's try not to tip over. It looks like I can drive right in the water right here, so that's not terrible. But we want to get down that way anyway, so. And I've driven across, and that shoreline, I don't know if you can see it. I wish I could bring it up better. Hold on. I can get this in the truck. Do this first, so I don't get myself lost here. Restore crane. Okay. So this shoreline, right along this rock, is like a 45-degree angle. I don't know if you can tell that from. So there's that tall tree where the yellow arrow is, right there in the middle. To the right of that, right there, right over top of the bricks. That is like, you're going to tip it over in the water. Because the water is kind of deep right there, as you can see if I tip up the camera. So, what I found is, if I can get, there we go. I'm just going to go backwards. This may take just a hair longer, but it may not. Because if you tip over in the water, it's a real pain in the butt. Trying to find winch points to tip yourself back over. B, it's just, once we get past this one, the rest of them are gravy. You know, it's going to take a minute to drive around. I gotta get rid of that dot. It's gonna drive me nuts if I don't. Okay. And you can drive across this. This is nothing. Just always look like up before you just drive, you know? You can't just drive. You're gonna drive right into the depths of whatever. If you don't watch your here we are shifting again. I always forget to put it in low high, then it just kind of goes, you know. Otherwise, it's I'll have to get a thumbnail somewhere along the line, but plenty of opportunities. Excuse me. Okay, so if you're wondering, not that you really guys, I'm assuming you guys really don't care. Oh, I got a tree behind me, by the way. Sometimes the roots will get you, and it's not just me. You gonna let me through this time? Nope. I don't know why you won't let me drive through that water. It's like one little tree root or something that's got me hung up. This little mess of trees right here. Let's go out this way then. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, in case you're wondering, it is the 16th of August. Saturday, my day off, and it is 4:21 in the morning. That's my day off. Why am I awake? What the F? People like to sleep in on their days off. And I don't have to record right now. I have a few videos that are saved up. But my body says, hey, you're awake now. This is what long years of working early shifts. Well, getting up early. I've always been a morning person, but even when I was in school and stuff, high school and all that, I was always a morning person. I was never that person that slept till noon. Restore crane, pack. Mainly because I wasn't able to. Alright, so we need to cross, but we're going to back up, go across this island, and then kind of come over here by this little beach right there. Alright, so back up, reverse. But yeah, I never had that opportunity, first of all. I grew up on a farm, so there was always stuff to do at 5 o'clock in the morning. Get ready to milk cows and clean the pens and feed the cows and just general farm work, you know. If you never grew up on a farm, if you were always a city kid, I don't hold it against you, for sure, but you're missing out. At least experience it once, if you can. You could almost go up to any farmer. I mean, some of the I would go with a small one, not these huge ass monster farms that milk 5,000 cows or whatever. But like your small farm that has cows. If you went up to the door, this is no joke. I've done it. If you went up to the door, knocked on it, or even just talked to the farmer that's out in the garage as a kid. I don't think it would work so well as a full grown-ass adult, but as a kid, say 12, and you went and you were ambitious, first of all, because you better be. Restore crane. All right, so now we've got that one, and you just kind of work your way across this island. I think you gotta go this way, somehow through here, but you gotta go like this around the island. Change time of day. There we go, much brighter. Anyway, if you just walked up to the door, knocked on the door, or even talked to the farmer that's outside, ask him if you needed any help, that you're trying to earn some extra cash. He puts you to work, guaranteed. He'd find something for you to do. There's always something to do. And it's, you're learning a trade, you're, honing some skills. Again, I grew up in that whole thing, and I'm sure the work is still there. It hasn't changed. There's always work to do on a farm. And it's always something that the guy doesn't want to do. It's like if I had somebody come over here and wanted to do this shit, I'd pay him $10 an hour or whatever, It's a good way to make some money. You want a side hustle. And a lot of times, if you're just going to help out for the weekend or whatever, the guy will just pay you cash. So you can, stay under the radar with Uncle Sam and, make $100, whatever. And I did that a lot, But back in my day, you weren't going to make no $100. You're going to make $2 an hour, $3 an hour, maybe $4 an hour, which seems like it's a lot of work for that little bit of money. But tell you what, backpack. I can't feel my left thumb right now, so restore crane. Yeah, my thing doesn't take off weekends. Get circulation back into my fingers. My cubital tunnel things don't take off on weekends. Just because I'm off doesn't mean it's gonna stop. Just give me a second, people. Sorry. This might be thumbnail territory, though. That's good enough. It doesn't have to have 5 on it. Let's do a quick thumbnail. New. But like I say, you just gotta make. I gotta make my videos. I gotta record when I can. We're saved. Now just, again, stay along, go straight across. We've already got all of them, so as you can see, we've hit them all. And at no risk of tipping over. Yet. Just work your way. Again, tip your camera. Pull down on that right analog stick so you can see what the hell you're doing. Don't go out into the middle of the river. Now you're just being a bonehead. Drive to the shoreline. And stay along the edge. And this truck's going to do this pretty easily, but I don't think, unless you're using the loads, what is that thing? The Fleet Star? The first truck. I think it's the Fleet Star. Unless you're using that thing will tip over on a flat parking lot. So be careful if you're using something that's really has a tendency to tip over. Because there is some uneven terrain. I'm not going to lie about that, but back. Restore crane. Let's go. And you can even go around outside of these rocks. Don't hit the rocks, because that's just going to cause you to tip over, but still trying to get a feeling back in my hand. Hopefully this doesn't take too long to come back. But yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, making hay while the sun shines. It's an old farm saying. In other words, get the job done while the weather's good, or get it done while you can. And right now I'm recording because I can. I could easily just be playing. But it's going to get warm soon. It's hot. The camera won't. I can't turn it. It won't let me turn. There we go. I want to get up next to this tree. I should be able to slide. Pull. There we go. They finally let me turn the camera. If you go up next to this tree, you should climb right up. Watch out for that other one laying down, but go. How long did that take? That was like 15 minutes. I could have did that one yesterday morning. All right. Again, if you guys have any questions or comments or whatever, just want to say hi, just feel free to drop them down below in the description or in the comments, and I'll get back to you. I'm that type of person. I will talk to you. I'll talk to anybody as long as you're respectful. I'll talk to you. So, I want to thank everybody for watching. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Smash it. Share it out Twitter, Facebook, anywhere you can share it out to. The channel's growing, and it's because of you guys, you know, and I appreciate that. So, anyway, thanks everybody, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye, y'all.